Hi courageous widows, it's Denise Deal right here and welcome to my channel. And I'm a widow just like you. I lost my husband in 2009. Martin died of a sudden blood clot, totally out of the blue. I was only 51 and he was 55. And that led me to do what I'm doing today, helping other widows just like you rediscover who they are. Who am I now? Today, I want to talk to you about after the funeral. What happens? What happens at a funeral? You know, we have the confusion of when our husbands pass away. We have the loss. We're in la la land. We're walking outside of our bodies. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we are. What's just happened? Oh my goodness, my life has changed. But we're numb. We're completely numb. We've got so much and so many things to arrange. People are coming at us at all angles. You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to organize this. Have you thought of that? You need to sort this out. All of that stuff just comes at us. Then we have the funeral. It's our last goodbye. It's our last love. We're there, we're numb. I remember Martin's funeral. I was completely in a daze. I was in la la land. I don't remember much of it because he died so suddenly and so unexpectedly as well. I was just sitting there and there were people around me. People were hugging me. People were saying how sorry they were. There were people I didn't even know because they were people that he worked with. Fast forward to 2 months later, suddenly I find myself on my own. All these people that at the time said to me, I'm here for you, please, if there's anything you need, just let me know. They were all gone. Even his family, even my in-laws, Martin's family, disappeared. I was the one that was phoning his sister to see how she was doing. Because I felt, oh my goodness, she lost her brother. But guess what? I lost my husband. But I was more worried and I was more concerned about others than myself. But then reality hits, doesn't it? Reality hits. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm on my own now. Oh, what did I do wrong? Then you start reaching out like I did. You reach out and you reach out and you reach out till eventually you cannot reach out anymore because nobody is reaching back. And then we start blaming ourselves. Oh, what have I done wrong? Did I say something? I remember analyzing a whole conversation I had with my sister-in-law because she just stopped calling me. And every time I called her, it was very much of a one-sided conversation. And I hung up the phone one day and I thought to myself, you know, that's the last time I call you. That is the last time I call you. And then I started analyzing, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I say? Did I say something? Did I offend her? Here's the truth. You want the truth? You've done nothing wrong. It's normal and natural for people to pull away. We have to start a new life. We are the ones that are left there with nothing because our life changed. The minute our life partner passed away, the minute our husband passed away, we died with them. The life we had with them died. And I have so many clients that say to me, Denise, I just want to go back. I just want my old life back. Unfortunately, we cannot have that. I know it's a lovely thought, it's a lovely wish, it's magical thinking. I just want my old life back. But we cannot step back into the past. We have to move forward. Now, I know that for a lot of you, you've been in therapy, you've been in, you've seen a grief counselor, you might still be seeing a grief counselor or a grief therapist. That's great. But ask yourself, how long have you been seeing that grief counselor or grief therapist and if they are helping you? Because I know that I saw a psychologist for a long time after Martin passed away and I wasn't getting any better. In fact, I was starting to feel a lot worse. And I started thinking, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not getting better? I should be getting better by now. And it hit me out of the blue one day when I said to her, how long am I still going to be like this? And she said, oh, Denise, you're going to be like this for the next 5 to 7 years. You've just lost your husband. Come on, you're trying to rush things. Remember, I was 51 when Martin passed away. So I didn't want to spend the rest of my life. And I knew that Martin didn't want me to be sad and crying for the rest of my life. And on the drive home that day, I screamed into the steering wheel. I used some choice 4-letter words, which I'm not going to use here, I promise you. But it was very colourful. My language was really colourful that day on the way home. The steering wheel, thank goodness, has no memory of what I said. I knew instinctively that I had to heal me. I had to heal. How was I going to do that? I didn't know. I didn't know how I was going to heal. I had nobody to turn to. I couldn't pick up the phone and just say, hey, what did you do? How did you heal? Martin passed away in 2009. That's 15 years ago. Over 15 years ago. And there were no groups. And in Australia, as you know, you can hear by my accent, I'm in Australia. We don't have grief share like you have in the US. And I'm actually quite glad we don't have grief share, because grief share is just repeating your story over and over and over again. And we cannot heal and grow ourselves and rediscover who we are and reimagine a new life while we've got that old narrative of the story of what happened and how it happened and how sad we are running through our heads. We have to scratch that record and we have to start a new life. But then we look around us and everybody that was there at the funeral, you're just not there. They're just gone. It's like, where are they? Where are they? And that's when you have to know that it's not your fault. As I said earlier, please, it is not your fault. I want you to stop blaming yourself. You have changed. They haven't. The loss of your husband changed you forever, forever and ever and ever and ever. And out of that loss, you can either rise like the phoenix out of the ashes, or you can shrink. That is your choice. When you choose to rise, that is when your life starts really coming together. That is when you start doing the inner work on yourself. Now, I know some of you, might not know, well, Denise, what do you mean by inner work? What do you mean? How do I do inner work on myself? The very first thing to do is to ask yourself, who am I now? That was my question. After Martin died, I went, well, who are you? You were 16 when you met Martin. You got married when you were 18. You had your kids young. Denise, who are you? Who are you now? How many of you can relate to this? Comment in the comments below if you can relate to this. Let me know. Where were you and how old were you when you met your husband? I was only 16. So we grew together. We were one. But we still had our friends, we still had our families, we had our network around us. So when he died, obviously that network I thought would still be there cocooning me. But they didn't, they all disappeared. Suddenly people stop inviting you to barbecues, they stop inviting you out to family gatherings, they stop inviting you out to parties, and you start questioning yourself. What did I say? What did I do? Please know that it's not your fault. So please reach out to me. Book your call with me. Don't do grief alone. And if you want to know and you want to see how others have done it, I've posted a video up here for you to see how Althea moved forward. And I will speak soon.